It's hard to understand what's going on. I mean, I really, one minute you feel like, oh my gosh, this is going to be, now the landslide's going to start. And then there'll be some other weaselly little, sidestep they do. Or you can make a bad decision about a candidate. It's not who you are. It doesn't mean you're dumb. It doesn't mean you're different. It doesn't mean, the trouble with what's happening right now is these, this administration is a rabid dog, and it's turning us upside down. And all, as far as I'm concerned, it's as obvious as the nose on your face.
When Jim Carrey started impersonating Trump on Kimmel's show, he didn't just cross a line, he erased it completely. Trump's face probably turned more orange than usual as Carrey transformed into what one viewer called a walking cartoon of the former president. Trump's reaction, total meltdown mode, while Melania stood by with that familiar soap opera actress who stopped caring about the plot 3 seasons ago, look on her face. If you thought presidential dignity was still a thing, wait till you see what happened next. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Jimmy Kimmel kicked off his show with a few light jabs at Trump, but man oh man, did things escalate quickly. Kimmel started making fun of Trump's golf game, showing clips of him swinging like he was trying to swat a fly with a pool noodle. The audience was already chuckling when Kimmel brought up Trump's constant whining about chubby photos in the media. Classic Trump stuff, always worried about his image more than actual presidential matters. But Kimmel was just warming up. He went straight for Trump's marriage, comparing Melania to a soap opera actress who stopped caring about the plot 3 seasons ago. The audience gasped and then roared with laughter. Kimmel pointed out how Melania stands at public events with that 1,000-yard stare, like she's mentally calculating how many days are left in her contract. Her body language screams, "I'd rather be anywhere else," while Trump is oblivious beside her, waving to his fans.
Melania shares some of her very best anecdotes in the book. There's a passage about that time in 2019. Her husband called her in to watch a classified military. Melania claims she didn't condemn the violence on January 6th because she was busy going over White House renovations that day. Hello, Donald. What are you wearing? The other big Trump book, Melania's memoir, came out today. It's called Melania. It's named after her. Proceeds from sales of the book are going to one of Melania's favorite charities, Body Doubles for Conjugal Visits. Very good group.
Things got even funnier when Kimmel suggested the real reason Trump stands so awkwardly during golf and tennis is because he has a full diaper strapped around him. The audience lost it completely as Kimmel waddled across the stage doing his best Trump impression. Is America great yet, or does somebody need a change? Kimmel quipped, turning Trump from powerful ex-president to helpless senior citizen in one joke. Then Jim Carrey surprised everyone by strutting onto the stage. Carrey didn't just do a Trump impression, he became Trump in a way that was both hilarious and slightly terrifying. His face contorted into that signature Trump pout, eyes squinted, lips pursed forward like a fish. Carrey captured all of Trump's mannerisms. The hand gestures, the rambling speech pattern, the random emphasis on words that don't need emphasis. I'm the best president, maybe ever, probably definitely. Carrey as Trump declared, comparing himself to a malfunctioning fax machine from the 90s that keeps spitting out gibberish, but everyone's afraid to unplug.
I can break bread with anybody in this country. I love people in this country. I love the heartland of this country. It has nothing to do with that. These really negative forces like the Steve Bannons of the world are convincing us that we're separate, that we're not the same country, that there's 2 countries. There's not 2 countries. It has to do with, it's become obvious that the choice was a bad one. We just need to change it. And if you can't vote for a Democrat, at least let all this flood of information that's so negative.
The audience was practically falling out of their seats. Between Kimmel's surgical precision and Carrey's physical comedy, they systematically dismantled Trump's tough guy image. They revealed what everyone sees, but Trump can't admit. He's just a thin-skinned bully who throws tantrums when people don't praise him enough. The tough guy facade wasn't the only Trump myth getting shredded that night. The perfect marriage illusion was next on the chopping block. Kimmel and Carrey turned their comedic artillery toward the former First Lady with the kind of brutal honesty that had to make Trump's blood pressure skyrocket. Kimmel summed up Melania's entire White House tenure as one long, unbroken sigh, perfectly capturing what we've all been thinking every time we see her forced smile vanish the moment Trump looks away. But that was just the appetizer. When Carrey stepped in with his Melania impression, complete with an exaggerated accent that had the audience howling, things went from funny to downright savage.
Makes me feel good.
When you were a kid, would you draw caricatures of your friends, etc.?
I did. I drew pictures of my teacher.
Oh, really?
And I don't
How'd
have
that
any of
go
those
over?
with me. She actually stole. Wow, look at this! I can do anything with it. Not working. Oh, they got you coming and going, man. You know what I mean?
That is remarkable, I have to say.
Incredible transformation.
It is an incredible transformation. Who was the teacher
Watch
you
this.
drew? Oh, yeah, all right.
In what might be the most brutal joke of the night, Carrey as Melania revealed her favorite memory as First Lady was when Trump got COVID and was airlifted to hospital like sick elephant. The audience collectively gasped and then erupted into uncomfortable laughter as Carrey described Melania celebrating Trump's illness by throwing herself a party and dancing around a bonfire. According to Carrey's impression, she was thrilled to finally have the Lincoln bedroom all to herself. A joke that cuts deep because, well, it doesn't seem that far-fetched. The awkwardness reached new heights when Carrey uttered the phrase, "Humpy, humpy time elephant find me," in his Melania voice. The joke wasn't subtle. It painted their marriage as nothing more than a cold business arrangement where affection is just another contractual obligation. Kimmel piled on by highlighting those painfully awkward moments when Melania visibly avoids holding Trump's hand in public, comparing her reaction to someone trying to avoid touching a public restroom door handle.
Carry operation, even though she didn't have security clearance. Only Donald Trump would call his wife in to watch a top secret mission like it was a TikTok of a baby hippo or something. Today, there's another new tell-all book on the way from legendary journalist Bob Woodward. Trump, as you may recall, hated Woodward's previous 3 Trump books. Woodward is a total sleazebag who has lost it mentally, and he's slow, lethargic, incompetent, and overall a boring person with no personality. There's some extra crispy McNuggets in this one, including a few gems from one of Trump's most loyal underlickers, Senator Lindsey Graham, who said going to Mar-a-Lago is a little bit like going to North Korea.
Even Melania's Be Best anti-bullying campaign couldn't escape the comedy crosshairs. The comedians pointed out the glaring irony of launching an anti-bullying initiative while being married to the most aggressive cyberbully in modern history. That's like starting a fire safety campaign while living with an arsonist. In a final blow, Kimmel referenced Melania's recent literary efforts, quoting Vanity Fair's scathing review that declared her book truly bad, and joking that it smells like Slovenian prenup ink. Ouch. And just as predictable as the sun rising, Trump did exactly what we all know he does best: pretend he doesn't care while furiously typing up angry rants on social media. The man who loves to dish it out simply can't take it when he becomes the joke. He immediately insisted that late night TV is nothing but a deep state conspiracy against him. How fragile does your ego have to be to think Jimmy Kimmel is part of some government plot? The beauty of this whole situation isn't just the roasting itself, it's watching the supposed tough guy completely crumble when the spotlight turns against him. Trump built his entire brand on being the biggest bully in the room, but throw a few jokes his way and suddenly he's the victim. It's like watching a schoolyard bully cry to the teacher after someone finally stands up to him. Grumpy Trumpy indeed.